próximo amor, motenurata mi addition. Ay, mi amor, última debo. Móvil por riba, si amor salva mi vida. Ay, mi amor.
Danke para quedar conosco, de maneira nossa visa tinha coisas great interessante para abo que sintonizar-nos na casa. Ando awe nós vai para conversar, mas nossa vinda visa acaba de conferência que vai tomar lugar Caribbean Customer Service Conference 2018. Então nós vai conversar com de orador na que acaba de aqui na que vai trazer sua parte que vai dar nos toda informação que nós precisamos para dar um bom serviço aqui na Corsol. Eric, welcome. Good morning. I was saying we are part of the Caribbean Conference, Caribbean Service Conference, and you are one of the speakers. You will go to interact with the public, share information. Tell us a little bit what will be your input during this conference.
Well, I've written a book called Knockout Customer Service, and playing on the term knockout as in done very well. And I also use a lot of metaphors concerning boxing and what have you. And as we know, with boxing, training is very important. And also from the manager or coaching standpoint is also very important. And it's the same thing with customer service. So what I'm touching on with customer service is basically from the managerial perspective of training and also coaching the people you work with, right? And from the standpoint of looking at your company's culture, what is it that you want, the message that you want to convey, that experience that you want your clients to have, and how do you get the rest of the team on board to actually provide that type of service?
Now, it's very interesting. Good morning and welcome again to our little studio here in our program New Day. And thank you for coming down to share your experience with regards to customer service. Now, would you say in your opinion, because let's be honest, you know, you can give so much training as you like, but sometimes it has to be in the person to actually give that genuine service. Because, I mean, I've been a trainer before in the hospitality industry, and if it ain't real, I just, you know, I'm like, yeah, they got that like plastered on spot. It's pleasant, but I like to get the realness of it.
Yeah.
Can it be really, a person be really trained so well that, you know, they're spot on?
It will come naturally.
Like 90% of the time that it sort of flows naturally and that flows on to their other colleagues?
Well, I think it takes time, it does, but it has to be a part of the culture. It has to be something that's constantly, I don't want to say reviewed, but you have to be there. You have to, it's like a team environment where you're encouraging people all the time. And, you know, we all have our bad days. You know, you can't expect everyone to come in the door with a big smile on every day, right? But at least they have the authority and the understanding of how to deal with people, right?
And what is our biggest challenge regarding providing good customer service? If you see our culture in the Caribbean and also here in Curacao.
Well, you know, it's in the Caribbean, it's in a lot of places. There's just a disconnect from what the CEO or the manager or the owner says.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, I want good customer service. But making it happen, that blueprint, that strategy, right? And the execution, that's where it's at. Because a lot of times people are very proficient in creating services, creating products, right? But the customer service part, they know what they want, but they don't know how to make it happen. And that's why a conference like this is so important.
Right. Now, would you say, because I remember a while ago, someone did a paper here in Curacao and about the service culture in Curacao. They went back in the history as because, you know, tourism, et cetera, but it sort of goes beyond that. And I didn't really believe him until I experienced it. I said, well, you know, sometimes in the Caribbean we have a little issue with serving people because it sort of takes us back to, you know, way back
like
to the 1800s, and we have a hard time in actually serving people genuinely out of our heart because of our past, nos antepasado nang and all of that history stuff. And at first I didn't believe him until I actually experienced it with someone that really wanted to get into the hospitality and the service industry, but the older aunties, they were like, no, no, no. And sometimes, you know, when you see someone with such potential, and would you think that's something that sometimes sort of keeps us in the Caribbean from going that extra mile and giving that genuine service, because we have the old history stuff in one ear and our passion, because some people are really passionate about helping and serving and doing a good job, and you know, they understand the whole thing sometimes more than the CEOs of the big companies, what good service is. Would you say that is something that sort of gives us that sort of disconnect to?
Yeah, you know, I'm familiar with that theory, right? And there's probably some truth to it, but I think one of the biggest issues, and again, in my opinion, my humble opinion, is the disconnect with the business acumen. I think when you feel like you're a part of that business, you understand how important the customer is, the client is, right? So you have to have a vested interest in the service that you're providing. And when you have that vested interest, you understand that these are the people that makes our company, our business successful.
Yes.
Right.
So we need to also invest in our people. Like you're investing in marketing and providing the good technology, but also it's important to provide that service to your people so you can empower them so they can provide the service that you want them to provide.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right. Entrepreneurs, businesses, they spend a lot of time in the marketing, getting the customers. They spend a lot of time in making sure that their service or that their product is of top quality. And again, the lip sync is, oh yes, and make sure that the customers are happy. That's the lip sync part, right? No, it requires investment, it requires time, it requires execution and follow through, right? And they have to understand that you need to invest in your people, you need to develop your people just as much or even more as you do with the marketing, and
keep them coming back.
Keep them coming back.
It's the repeat customer.
Repeat word of mouth. That's the best marketing. It's better than social media,
Mm-hmm.
Social media can like really
they can build you, but also they can kill you. And why? What is the main reason why someone have to visit the conference this Thursday and Friday?
Well, it's about success. It really is. I mean, if you want, I don't care how successful you are now, you know, tomorrow things can always change, and you have to continuously improve. And part of that is staying on your game, taking in as much knowledge as you possibly can, learning from the experts, learning from your peers.
Yes,
right?
that's also.
And that's it.
Okay, and you will provide, you can share with our audience the topic that you will provide and also the topics of the other speakers?
Yeah, we have some really good speakers coming in. We have a gentleman coming in to talk about building client relationships, right? So once you have those people, you know, building that relationship and continuing the continuation of a successful relationship, right?
Yes.
That's one. The other, we have a person who's very experienced in the gaming industry, and they're talking about handling customer complaints.
Oh,
and, you
yeah.
know, so that's
You're
a very sensitive
I know all about that, yes.
All right. So they'll be handling customer complaints. We have another lady coming in who has a ton of experience in the call center industry, and she's going to be talking about perception and deliverables, and she'll be dealing with those topics.
Okay.
Right? And I'll be talking about delegating authority.
Yes.
And what will you be talking about, Melissa?
Yes, I'm in charge of the workshop part, so I will be putting in practice what the speakers have provided to share to the audience, and I will be the person that will be interactive with the audience, giving the workshop so they can implement the information they have received in practical cases.
Okay, fantastic. Now, what would you say, Eric, in because you do these conferences regularly, what would you say are the top 2 questions that keep coming back from the audience when you get a chance to interact with them?
Well, I think It's different. It really is. It depends on which industry you're dealing with. A lot of people, they feel that they know a lot of what needs to be done. It's just making it happen, right? And that's why I think this particular topic that I decided to address, delegating authority. And I call it that because a lot of times people feel powerless. They feel like, okay, I'm the face of the company or the business, but I don't really have any authority to make decisions, right? And that's why I wanted to address that. I think that's a really big part of it.
The empowerment part.
Okay.
Right,
Okay,
the empowerment.
Fantastic.
Exactly.
No, super, super cool. And you wrote a book. Wow, cool. Did it go well?
Well, I think so. I like it.
Okay. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up. Televidente, ibuki aqui llama Knockout Customer Service. Bopo Google, anto bota busca Eric Edwards. Anto ibuki llama Knockout Service. Anto si boke mas informação paso e tópico nang ta spot on para lo que ta trata e orador nang kutabay ta presente durante di conferência aqui. Maneira Melissa bisa ta hope interactive. Bopa é diferente oportunidade para pôr e coisa em prática. Anto Eric Edwards bisa ko ito doon example ng practical. So practical metaphors and examples ta kung por hasi uso di isaki. Anto mite kere e keyword ta kung bota empoderar bo trado na paduna e bom serviço. The keyword I think is empowerment, employee empowerment, because you can't be around all the time.
Yes.
And you know, if you have a good staff that feel empowered to make certain decisions, and if you stand behind certain decisions, because I believe things, if they're going to go wrong, they're going to go wrong, but it can always be fixed.
Right.
Yes.
You know, you can always recuperate from a bad service experience that a customer has.
Well, you try not to have it, but
Yeah,
got
you
your-
try, I try not to, but sometimes it happens.
Yeah, things happen.
You know, but then you can fix it. You can always fix it. No, very cool. So how are you enjoying our island so far? You said
Love
this
it.
is not your first time.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. No, very good. I hope ibong interesante.
Nós
The gaming
look
industry
forward,
luture,
nós
sí.
excited, mas nós sabemos que vai estar Hopi Interactive, botar oportunidade de puntra, botar coisa específica que você sabe, botar experto na área por puntra, então vai estar conferência awesome.
Super cool. Anto doon não sei detalhes, nós televidente mire flyer, tu começar já webs.
Sim, esta vai estar já webs, dia 24 e dia 25, full for Dimitari 8 até 5. Nós vai provar todo bom serviço, nós vai ter lunch, dus tudo costa incluir, bota bem tranquilo, anto para bohaya toda informação na como mestre.
No, fantastic. I think that's a wrap. Because they're giving us the sign. They're giving us terrible service. We have to close the program. Terrible, horrible.
Não, mira que nós televidente na de todo pouco informação, inspiração, motivação, tudo o qual quando tem mestre, então me quero, great programa,
Very informative. Não sei se de dam e potencial importância de bank sport aqui, it's a thinking game com e por os ajuda nos muito nang futuro hasta hoje em dia também. Ando é grande, não te quer estimular e brain cells na. Nós conversar com de orador nang Sir Eric Edwards, tabay ta de orador nang durante dia tremendo conferência que vai ter um lugar dia 24 e 25 na Renaissance e não posso subir o website também, não? www.ccsconferences.com. Então vou pôr informação de tour, essa aqui bota lista tour e informação de diferente orador nang. Então net ora bota querer bota dando bom serviço, me quer ora sair conferência aqui bota mira não. My service is I can step it up. No, thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you for
and
having
good luck
me.
with the conference.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Melissa, good job.
Thank you.
Good job. Si Giandro nos tabay. Where is the service? Ayun.